Who is the liberating entity of human society? The subject of today's discourse is, who is the liberating entity of the human society? Some people say that human beings attain salvation by their occult powers. This may or may not be the fact. What is occult power? It is the power that people acquire by their occult practices, by their cult. But they require inspiration, and that inspiration comes from a personal entity, and not from any impersonal entity or entities. Furthermore, while moving along the path of spirituality, certainly the desideratum, the culminating point, is salvation, and so there must be a Lord, a controlling entity of that culminating point. When any one becomes one with the culminating point, one attains salvation. So the Lord of the culminating point is the liberating personality. Without His grace, without His help, no one can attain salvation. Now, who is that liberating personality? You must remember that each and every entity wants liberation. And they do not only want liberation, they want liberation of permanent nature, which is salvation, not mukti, but vimukti or moksha. Who is that mukti data, that giver of liberation? Some people of passive nature say that it is the time factor. A time is sure to come when we will attain salvation. Such a statement shows that these people have developed a psychology of lethargy. They do not want to do anything, and that is why they depend upon the temporal factor. But this temporal factor, you must remember, is a relative factor. It functions within the realm of relativity, within the realm of so many animate and inanimate entities. When the temporal factor is itself under bondage, how can it be the cause for salvation? Now, what is time? Time is the mental measurement of the mobility of action. If there is mental measurement, there must be many unit minds to measure it. And there must also be movement. There must be at least 3 entities. So Kala or Kala Shakti, or time, cannot be the liberator. Even Mahakala will play with you, but it cannot grant you liberation. It is not within its scope. Then is fate or accident the liberator? Actually, fate is a misnomer. Whatever you do, for that you will have to undergo a reaction. And when the original action is unknown to you, that reaction is called fate. Quote fate. Suppose your finger comes in contact with fire. While experiencing the reaction, while undergoing the pain, you know the cause. And in that case, you will not say that it is fate. But when the original action is not known to you, you call it fate. So fate cannot be the mukti data either. Some other people say that mukti is accidental, but there is nothing accidental in this world. Everything is an incident. Only when the cause of the incident is not known to us, or when the cause is translated into action within a short span of time, we call it an accident. So we cannot get liberation accidentally. It is a foolish idea. Then should this universe of the quintuple mental factors be regarded as the mukti data or liberator? No, certainly not. They are the causes of more and more bondages, more and more troubles. And if you worship these panchabhutas, these 5 fundamental factors, your very existence will be converted into them. A glorious living being like a human being will be converted into stone or gold. The pain of bondage is equal in the case of stone or gold. So these quintuple mental factors are not the mukti data either. Then is the causal matrix the liberator? No, certainly not. The causal matrix can function only with the definite permission of the causal consciousness, the causal cognition. Without his approval, the causal matrix cannot do anything. So not even the causal matrix is the cause of creation. Then is Saguna Brahma, the creator of the universe, the Muktidata. No, Saguna Brahma is also not the liberator, because he himself is under the bondage of Prakriti. And in fact that is why we see this universe of varieties. So Saguna Brahma is also not the liberator. Then who is the liberator? The Muktidata should not be within the bondages of Prakriti, but he should maintain a close link with the expressed universe. That consciousness, which maintains a close link with the expressed world, is the Muktidata, who knows all the pains, all the sorrows, all the happiness, all the glories of the expressed universe. He should be the one with the He should be one with the universe. Otherwise he will not be in a position to realize the sorrows and pains of the suffering humanity. That Muktidata is known as Taraka Brahma in Sanskrit. Taraka equals Trai plus Nak, the liberating faculty. The word Taraka is prefixed only to his name, and not to the name of Saguna Brahma or Nirguna Brahma, or any other entity or entities. Lord Krishna has said, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam dharma samstapanartaya sambhavami yuge yuge. And again, Apishet sudura sharo bhayate mamanya bhak sopi papavi nirmukto mujjate bhava bandhanat. Paritranaya sadhunam. The Lord comes for the paritrana of sadhus. What is the meaning of paritrana? Trai plus lut equals trana. Trana means to grant relief, but he does not come merely for granting relief. He comes for paritrana, that is, for trana of permanent nature. Paritrana sadhunam. Who are the sadhus? Simply wearing white or saffron robes does not make a person a sadhu. Yatasya hi yagati yantavaha sadhu jivitaha ye purnar neha yayante shisaha yatara gardavaha pranaha yatatmano bishtaha bhutana mahapite tata atmao panyena bhutanam dayam kurvanti sadavaha. Those are completely pure, whose inner and outer lives are pure, are sadhus. Others are, as the shloka says, simply donkeys in human bodies. Gardava means donkey. Pranaha yata mano vishtaha bhutana mapi te tata. The life of each and every entity is very dear to them. All love their lives very much. Those who share this same sentiment of love for other living beings, that is, they feel that just as my life is very dear, very beloved to me, so other lives are also very dear to me. Such people are called sadhus. So the Lord says, Paritranaya sadhunam, for the permanent relief of these sadhus, vinashaya shadushkritam. Vinash plus gain equals vinasha. Vinasha means vishesha, nasha, complete destruction, after which there is no chance for life again. Vinashaya dushkritam. Dushkritam means those who are engaged in undesirable activities. But what are the undesirable activities? Those which are not liked by Parama Puruśa are undesirable activities. Stealing may not be undesirable for a thief, but it is undesirable for Parama Puruśa. Hence, those who are engaged in theft are dushkritam. Dharma shamshta panartaya. Shambhavami yuge yuge. Samshtapana means placing an entity in its proper place. Merely placing an entity is shtapana, and placing it in its proper place is samshtapana. Dharma shamstapanartaya shambhavami yuge yuge. Place Dharma in its proper place. Here Lord Krishna does not say bhavami yuge yuge. Bhavami means to come into being, to be expressed in the realm of physicality. But he does not say bhavami, he says sambhavami. Sambhavami means samyak rupena bhavami. Each and every entity and particle is his expression, and so he is born daily in thousands and millions of lives. He is bhavami each day, so he does not say bhavami, he says sambhavami. I express myself in a special form with special faculties. And who is he? He is the Lord of the culminating point for each and every spiritual aspirant. The Lord that controls and inspires the march towards liberation comes here in a special form. And when does he come? Yuge yuge. Yuge means at a critical juncture, when the world's problems cannot be solved by ordinary humans, not even by sadvipras. At such critical junctures, which are known as Yuga Sandhi in Sanskrit, he has to come. Sambhavami yuge yuge. He says, I come during each and every yuga. Yuga means the time when one phase of movement of the human society comes to an end and another phase begins. That juncture is called yuga. So one must remember that one may or may not attain salvation by dint of one's own spiritual practices. One will have to depend on his grace, and because he is one with each and every expressed entity through his Ota and Prota Yoga, he is your nearest and dearest one. You may depend on him completely, and your dependence on him is called Sharanagati. This Sharanagati is the only reply to all spiritual questions. Thus he clearly says, Apishet Sururashara Bhayate Mamamnyabak Sopi Papavi Nirmuktu Machate Bhava Bandhanat Daivi Yesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mameva Ye Prapadyante Mayametam Tarantite. Bhagavad Gita. This Maya is a dangerous force. The dexterous hands of Maya create so many problems, and these problems are dangerous. Agatana Gatana Patisyasi Maya. It is very difficult for human beings to surmount the effect of Maya. But I am there. Those who have resorted to Sharanagati, who have taken shelter in me, will easily surmount these waves of difficulties, of worries and anxieties in life. Even sinners should depend upon me. I am here to help them. Tamritas Yeshana. He is not only the Lord of heaven, he is the Lord of hell also. Uta means hell, so even a sinner of hell should not become mentally disturbed, because the Lord of hell is with him. Apishet Sudurasharo Bhayate Mamanyabak. Even if the sinner of sinners resorts to Sharanagati, to complete surrender, then Sopi Papa Vinirmukta, they will be freed from all kinds of sins. Muchate Bhava Bandhanat, they must attain salvation, for I am the granter of salvation. 18th of February 1979, DMC, Bangalore.